economic drivers pushing people out of our region and where are they going. Hi everyone, it's Tony Johal. So one of the topics that came up during my morning meeting with my team was the fact that homes in Woodstock and Stratford are just selling like hotcakes. And are we still finding that in Waterloo region? Absolutely we are. The best way for me to describe what kind of market that we're in right now as Waterloo region is to kind of use the 401 example. In January, February, and March, we were going 150 kilometers an hour. Now, with more homes on the market, buyers have a bit more selection. We're not going under 100, but we're down to 120. That's the way that I kind of see things. We're still very much in a seller's market. There is still an abundance of buyers looking for homes in Waterloo region, but we're just not as crazy as what we were in January, February, and March. And we kind of expected that. With spring market comes more inventory, and with more inventory comes more choices. With more choices comes a bit more time with your decision making versus that urgency of having to buy now. Many buyers in the early part of the year, when they lost out on a property, they were in a big panic, like we're not going to find anything. And I think now what spring market has really taught people is that more inventory has come. Spring market's doing exactly what spring market always does. It brings about more options for buyers. So why is Woodstock and Stratford, for example, on fire right now? Well, the best way for me to describe it is it's almost like a mushroom effect. So what happens is in Toronto, a lot of those buyers that are moving out of Toronto, they land in Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, and Guelph. What happens then is our local buyers in Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, and Guelph start to expand outwards too. They're starting to go out towards Woodstock, they're starting to go out towards Stratford, for example. Those are two very highly competitive markets. Now what's happened is, because Toronto has got a lot more inventory, buyers have a lot more choice. So now all of a sudden those buyers that would be looking, who'd be forced to leave Toronto are now getting options in Toronto. So less of them are coming out this way. So now you got less buyers from Toronto coming out to Kitchener, Waterloo, for example, and then there's less need for the Kitchener, Waterloo buyers to start to move out towards Woodstock and Stratford. So now what's happening is Woodstock and Stratford are dealing with almost like the people who were already searching in those areas. People that it's almost like they're dealing with like the last of the buyers that were really kind of making those areas their focus points. What we'll find in Woodstock and Stratford, I think in the next couple of weeks, is they're probably going to retract slightly to the kind of market that we're in right now. They're not going to be going 150 kilometers an hour. They're going to be going, I think, 120 as more and more options for our Kitchener Waterloo people here open up, making them less likely, the new buyers, to go out towards Woodstock, Stratford, and even Brantford and things like that. So I thought that was a healthy conversation that I had with my team this morning. More to do with economic drivers pushing people out of our region and where are they going. And what we'll find is, the areas away from Toronto, they'll be the last ones to heat up, but they're always the last ones to cool down a little bit too. So we're going to probably find that there's going to be more options. If you're losing out on homes outside of Waterloo region, chances are in the next couple of weeks, that won't be the case. You'll probably be a bit more competitive. I hope that helps, a little kind of nugget as to what's happening. See you guys.